Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of the Scouting Report. I'm Greg Lawless, in for the jet-lagged Dan Hayek, who's back from Europe finally, and Matt Doyle, as always, aka the Armchair Analyst. In this show, we're going to be looking at the MLS Stream of the Week presented by Samsung Galaxy S4. The Seattle Sounders hosting FC Dallas. It's a heavyweight matchup in the Western Conference, Saturday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Matt, give me a quick headline for this one.
Can the Seattle Sounders make home field count against, frankly, the league's best team?
Yeah, well, they have been the league's best team. That's true. Let's get to the nuts and bolts of this one. You brought up Seattle and their home field advantage. The truth is, actually, these two teams are very, very good right now in particular. Dallas, of course, best record in the league overall. Seattle, on a run, 5 unbeaten, 2 of them wins, their last 2 games, too. And get this, Seattle have not had 2 straight wins since last August. Hard to believe that. Can they get a 3rd one in a row?
They can. And it's because Ziggy Schmidt has been willing to make some tactical adjustments. What he's done is push Ozzie Alonso a little bit higher in the midfield. So he's no longer just a D-mid. He's more of like a forward destroyer. And he's disrupting midfield play higher, which means those turnovers happen higher, which means the ball gets to Mauro Rosales a little bit faster with a little more time and space. And it turns out that guy's pretty good, Greg.
He's pretty good. You give him some time and space, and he knows what to do with it, that's for sure. Now, Dallas, of course, they have some players that know what to do with it, too. So as good as Seattle may be with Alonso a little further up, David Ferreira, Blas Perez, Kenny Cooper, Fabian Castillo, the list goes on and on for what Dallas brings, especially when they go in attack.
Jackson has been one of their best players.
Michel. Yeah. I mean, all of these guys come in, so aren't they going to overrun that Seattle team?
It's a good question. David Ferreira might not play, so that's huge.
Big factor.
That is a big factor. I don't think they would overrun them anyway. The way Seattle is set up right now, Servando Carrasco is playing as a regista, deep-lying playmaker, and shield for the back line.
I have no idea what a regista is.
So he's winning a lot of balls, a lot of those balls that Ozzie Alonso used to win. He's winning those balls and then spreading the ball quickly to the flanks, getting DeAndre Yedlin involved, overlapping from the right, Leo Gonzalez from the left. So Seattle's very, very difficult to break down from the run of play. Where they could be vulnerable, though, is on set pieces. And nobody has done set pieces as well as FCD has this year. Michel serves in just an absolutely brilliant ball. And the guys you named, Blas Perez, Kenny Cooper, Eric Osley, if he's in there, Matt Hedges, these are trees. These are big guys who attack the ball, who want to get on the ball there. They're deadly on restarts.
All right, well, let's get to the WTF stat. And the number we're going to look at right now is 7, which is the total number of goals that the Seattle Sounders have conceded this year. Now, to be fair, they've played the fewest games in the league, which is why maybe they've given up the fewest goals. However, Jimmy Traore, and this is a very revamped defense for Seattle. They deserve some credit here.
They do. I think they've gotten the right amount of credit because they've done really well, but it's Michael Sperning who's being overlooked. He is fantastic. Okay. I think nobody in the league controls the box the way he controls the box. He's obviously capable of making the routine save, but he puts himself in position where he doesn't have to make the spectacular save all that often. But you're right, Traore's been very good, and Ziggy's done really well in choosing his matchups. He chose Zach Scott last week against San Jose because Scott's a battler, and against San Jose, you need to battle in the 18. They ended up with a shutout. So it's really good defense, really good coaching by Ziggy.
Well, we'll see if he gets it right this time against all of those weapons that Dallas brings. And one of them is part of our man-to-man segment here. And you brought up Michel earlier. And what do you like about him? And why is he in that matchup to watch this?
Well, because, first of all, the set pieces, which I mentioned, but it's also his ability to switch the point of attack with that left foot of his. He sits deep in the midfield. He wins a lot of balls defensively, first of all. But when he gets them, he sprays it out to Jackson on the right, or Kenny Cooper on the left, or Fabian Castillo when he's in there.
Or Benitez on the overlap.
Benitez on the overlap. Yeah. All these guys who can go at you 1-versus-1 and make things happen. He's putting them in position. And he's also making it so that David Ferreira doesn't have to do all that work. Of course, this time he's going to have Ozzie Alonso in his grill. That's the man-to-man matchup that I'm looking at. If Ozzie is up in him, it's going to be very, very tough for Michel.
Okay, well, what do you think is going to happen in this one? You can tweet us at our handles below, and don't forget to use the hashtag SEAVDAL. Or if you need more than 140 words, which Doyle never does.
140 characters.
140 characters, I apologize. You need 140 words all the time, don't you? Let us know in the comments below. That game is at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. It is the MLS Stream of the Week presented by Samsung Galaxy S4, which means you can get a free stream on MLSsoccer.com. Enjoy the match.